If you people recall, we were talking about the content of the HR strategy. And we are talking about some issues an organization face when they are developing the content of an organization HR strategy. So, in this series of discussions about the issues about the contents of HR strategy, now we will discuss about the vertical and horizontal fit issues. I hope you people recall that, as I said, that at the heart of HR, at the heart of strategic human resource management is the vertical fit and the horizontal fit of the HR strategy with the organization strategy and with the functional strategies of the HR department. What we mean by that? कि जो आपके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की बिजनेस स्ट्रेटजी है, आपकी HR strategy जो है, that should be aligned with the vertical strategy. That is the vertical alignment that should be aligned with the business strategy of the organization. For example, जैसे मैंने पहले भी कहा, and it is perhaps important to revise sometimes what I have said, because that might be central to the concept of strategic human resource management, or central in the subject of strategic human resource management. जैसे कहा कि आपकी एक बिजनेस स्ट्रेटजी है, फॉर एग्जांपल यू वांट टू ऑफर ए डिफरेंशिएटेड प्रोडक्ट्स, so your HR strategy is to hire the people who can really produce products that are differentiated, or they are of different nature, or different quality, or different in terms of features. We will talk about those sources of competitive advantage in the later modules I have planned for, but at this time we will talk about that the content issues when we are talking about the vertical fit. So the external and internal factors influence the fit between HR strategy and corporate objectives. So for example, this is the corporate, XYZ is the corporate strategy or corporate objectives. For example, the corporate objective is to grow the organization revenue. Now, how the external and internal factors can influence the HR strategy of an organization. The corporate objectives are clear that you want to grow your organization. Now, the question is, what should be the HR strategy? Simply, most of the organizations, they go for merger and acquisition. Either you merge with another organization or you look for sale of another organization. If an organization is bid for, you bid for that organization, you purchase that organization, and now the question is that external and internal factors will influence on your HR strategy. Because now two organizations with the different set of people, with the different human resource practices, with the different policies have to work together. So your HR strategy, the content of your HR strategy would be heavily influenced by that external, and later on, after making two organizations one organization, known as internal factors. So there is no clear-cut evidence that any one particular HR strategy is appropriate for any corporate strategy or a specific corporate strategy. Now the question is that, let's say for example an organization wants to increase or grow its revenue. Is there any particular specific HR strategy for this type of business strategy, or for this type of corporate objective? Or can any specific HR strategy help an organization to achieve these corporate objectives? It is difficult, because we have said that the best fit approach suggests that it depends. And it depends on what? The external and internal factors of the organization. So one strategy or one size might not fit all. So beside vertical fit, it is important to achieve horizontal fit within the HR strategy. For example, the reward system should match with the recruitment and selection system. The recruitment and selection system should match with the training and development system. The recruitment and selection system should also match with the culture of the organization. The culture of the organization should be consistent with the structure of the organization. The structure of the organization should support the strategy of the organization. So there should be a fit between the internal factors or the HR strategy or the functional areas. So, lastly, Wright and Snell 1998 also argue that both fit and flexibility is important. It is not only the fit between the different elements of the HR strategy, but it is also the flexibility. Does an organization have the flexibility to manage these practices or to practice the way they want to practice it, or an organization wants to practice it? So this is critically important what is pointed out by Wright and Snell, that flexibility gives the firm options in terms of its positioning in the competitive environment. Do an organization has the flexibility to position its image in the industry or the products in the industry differently? That is the flexibility in terms of business strategic choices. Similarly, do an organization can practice do organizations can practice some other types of HR strategies, or they can manage their employees in another way? That is the HR strategy or flexibility in the HR strategy. So along with the best fit, or along with the fit vertical and horizontal, flexibility also gives an edge to organizations who can have it.